Scientists have just discovered something that completely turns astronomy on its head, and to be honest, it makes me a little scared. Stars made of pure darkness, larger than our entire solar system. And the craziest part, they could be the solution to one of the universe's greatest mysteries, while also overturning our understanding of the Big Bang and black holes. Welcome, everyone. In this case, Dark Star isn't the David Bowie album, but rather an incredible new discovery in space. By the way, if you always want to be instantly informed about such groundbreaking discoveries, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Subscribing doesn't cost anything. You'll never miss another video, and you'll be helping me out as well. And if you've already subscribed, giving this video a thumbs up really helps a lot. Maybe we can hit 5,000 likes to really get the YouTube algorithm going. Thanks, everyone. You probably still remember those impossibly early galaxies discovered by the James Webb Telescope.
Star islands just a few hundred million years after the Big Bang, which shouldn't have existed. Feel free to write your explanations for this in the comments. What's the deal with these seemingly impossible galaxies?
I can give you a little spoiler already. Today I have an explanation for you that will blow you away.
Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing something that, according to all the laws of physics, shouldn't exist. That's exactly what has happened to astrophysicists, and it calls into question everything we think we know about the origin of the universe. We're talking about so-called dark stars, and before you think that's a contradiction in terms, let me explain.
Let me explain to you why this discovery is so revolutionary. These stars are actually anything but dark. They are so bright that they can outshine entire galaxies. But let's take it one step at a time. Where could so much mass come from, and how could it compress itself like that? This is where dark stars come into play. These hypothetical objects could be the answer to this cosmic mystery, and they are both terrifyingly exciting and fascinating at the same time.
The problem that has preoccupied scientists for decades is supermassive black holes. These cosmic monsters are located at the center of virtually every galaxy and have a mass of millions to billions of suns. They literally hold entire galaxies together, but no one knows how they were formed. An ordinary black hole is formed when a massive star collapses at the end of its life. But supermassive black holes are so gigantic that their formation can hardly be explained by normal physical processes.
So, what exactly are dark stars? To understand that, we need to talk about something even more mysterious than black holes: dark matter. I know everything is very dark today. Dark stars, black holes, dark matter, the dark side of the Force.
Dark matter, this invisible substance, makes up about 27% of the universe, more than 5 times as much as normal matter. And although we are relatively certain that it exists, we have no idea what it is made of. One of the leading theories is that dark matter consists of WIMPs, which stands for weakly interacting massive particles. These particles hardly interact with normal matter, but they can collide with each other and annihilate each other, releasing enormous amounts of energy in the process. Now imagine that in the early days of the universe, when dark matter was much denser than it is today, huge accumulations of these particles could have formed. And when enough WIMPs come together in one place and annihilate each other, something unimaginable is created.
A star that doesn't burn through nuclear fusion like our sun, but through the sheer annihilation of dark matter. That's why they're called dark stars. Not because they're dark, but because they're made of dark matter. And this is where things get really crazy. These stars could become unimaginably large.
While normal stars are compressed by their own gravity and are therefore limited in size, dark stars could theoretically have reached the size of our entire solar system.
I hope you're already feeling appropriately small in the face of this cosmic monstrosity.
Dr. Catherine Fries of the University of Texas, one of the leading researchers in the field, explains it this way. Dark stars would not need to be compressed as much to ignite. They could burn stably at much larger diameters because they do not rely on nuclear fusion, but on the mutual destruction of dark matter particles.
But that's not even the most terrifying thing about it. The terrifying thing is their unimaginable brightness.
When WIMPs collide and annihilate each other, they produce even more light than nuclear fusion. A single dark star could theoretically have shone brighter than an entire galaxy with billions of normal stars. An unimaginable thought. While today our entire Milky Way, with its approximately 200 billion stars, is visible from our galactic edge only as a faint band in the sky, a single dark star would have completely outshone it. It's as if a single candle were to shine brighter than the entire New Year's Eve fireworks display.
And now comes the truly exciting part. We may have already found such dark stars.
The James Webb Space Telescope discovered something strange during its observations of the earliest period after the Big Bang. It found galaxies that were much too bright and existed much too early to be possible, according to our previous models. One of these surprising galaxies was dated to only 302 million years after the Big Bang.
That sounds like a lot, but on a cosmic scale, it's like finding a toddler who already has a PhD. In today's job market, anything is possible. It simply shouldn't be possible. When Dr. Fries and her team analyzed these recordings, she came to a startling conclusion.
What we see here may not be galaxies at all, but the first dark stars ever recorded by a telescope. 3 of the mysterious objects discovered by James Webb shortly after the Big Bang all have a characteristic round shape and lack the typical spiral structures of normal galaxies. They are estimated to be 1,000,000 times more massive than our Sun.
Exactly what you would expect from a dark star. But how can we even see something that is made of dark matter?
Even though the WIMPs themselves are invisible, the energy released when they are destroyed heats the surrounding normal gas so much that it begins to glow, like an invisible fire that produces visible smoke. But it's not just their size and brightness that is frightening. The really scary thing is what happens when such a dark star has used up its fuel. Because when all the WIMPs inside it are destroyed, the star collapses under its own enormous mass and becomes a supermassive black hole. And here we come full circle. This dark star could be the long-sought explanation for how the supermassive black holes at the centers of galaxies were formed.
They would be, so to speak, the forefathers of these cosmic monsters. And at the same time, they explain the impossible galaxies, or even non-galaxies, that James Webb has discovered. As the saying goes, killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
If dark stars really existed, they could have collapsed directly into supermassive black holes without having to go through the intermediate steps that are normally necessary, summarizes Dr. Cosmin Ely of Colgate University. But there is another frightening possibility. What if dark stars can still form today? Some scientists believe that dark stars can still be born today in regions with extremely high concentrations of dark matter, such as the centers of galaxies. In fact, there is a region in our own Milky Way that looks suspiciously like this, the so-called S cluster, located directly around the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. There are an unusually large number of young stars here, even though the extreme conditions near a black hole should actually prevent star formation. Could it be that we are witnessing the birth of new dark stars without even knowing it?
The idea is somehow both fascinating and unsettling because if it's true, it shows us just how little we really know about our own cosmic home. Research on dark stars is still in its very early stages. Further observations with the James Webb Telescope are expected to bring more clarity in the coming years. But even now, this discovery shows us that the universe still holds many surprises for us, and some of them could surpass even our boldest imagination. I'll keep you updated on any further developments regarding this topic. So make sure to subscribe to the channel now and don't forget to give a thumbs up so we can hit 5,000 likes, and now from cosmic monsters to earthly dangers. There's also tremendous activity simmering beneath the surface of our own planet.
In the next video, we'll take a look at an underwater volcano in the USA that has scientists on high alert as all signs indicate that it is about to erupt violently. Click on the video in the top right-hand corner to find out how violent the volcanic eruption in the USA will be. It's really very exciting. As always, you'll find another exciting video about science and space in the bottom right corner. Otherwise, I'd say see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.